Get him, Mac. Get him. I got it. Girl, shake that body. Get him, Mac. Get him. Oh shit. Oh shit. Shake that body. Oh shit. Oh shit. Get him. Whoa.
Shut the fuck up. Yes, sir. What's going on, you guys? So it's Wednesday. I guess I had my days mixed up, so I'm gonna be vlogging a day about the car, and then I'm gonna be doing my stuff tomorrow. So pretty much today's task, car is now in the driveway. We gotta line my boy up, but the motor mount is wrong. For these, you want to be using all Integra, Integra axles, Integra mounts. So this is supposed to be 3-post, which is what we got right here. So that's what we're going to be changing it to. I just got to wait for that. So once we get that motor mount, then everything will be solid. But we are going to go ahead and end up doing the trans, just so we know the trans is good. So I'm going to end up jacking the car up in a bit and just kind of find something here to use with my jack to kind of just put at the base of the oil pan. And then yeah, and then we'll go ahead and line that, drop this, just kind of let it do its thing. We are going to be removing the power steering pump. My boy don't want it no more, so we're going to take that out. We're going to be removing some of this, anything else that he doesn't really want. AC lines as well, we're going to go ahead and take those out. The power steering line, we're going to go all the way in the back and go ahead and remove that. I don't really remember if we need to cap it off or not, so we're gonna end up finding out together. So that'll be dope. So nonetheless, that's what we got going on right now. Once we're done, we'll figure all this out, and I'll keep you guys posted on everything. I'm gonna try to keep this one a little short. I'm running out of space on my phone, and that's kind of what I record everything on today, or mostly. So once I can get some stuff transferred over to a laptop, or nonetheless, I'm kind of limited with what we got going on. So today is generally going to be more of me working behind the camera, and then kind of giving you genuinely just updates as normal, but less of me doing what I'm doing right now, which is just not shutting up. So with that being said, let me go ahead and do my thing, and then I'll give you guys pretty much rundowns of things as it progresses. So all right, so just as you guys have seen, power steering system's out, lines are out, pump is out, bracket is out. So just kind of let you guys know, you have oh my god, you guys aren't even looking at me, 210s here, which is that little golden bracket right there. You have, where's the other one at? You have a hidden 10 that's kicking it right here, that's holding the lines in. You obviously have your 2 lines that are down there. I'll go down there right now and show you guys how to take that off. Then you're gonna have your lines, your hard line that feeds from the pump back into the reservoir. 10 mils here, 10 mil here, right? And then you have a secret 10 that's kicking it right here. And then pretty much all that should just come out. It's kind of the hose does get stuck around this area, so just, you know, take that into consideration. Nonetheless, your boy's done. That shit's out. We Gucci. Right now, what I'm gonna move to next is taking the rest of the AC lines out, and then have the engine bay just a little more, my finger's in the way, have the engine bay just a little more cleaned up, and then yeah, figure out what else we're gonna do. This line here for the power steering goes down and it tees off, so excuse me, I'm gonna figure out, or I'm gonna look up some ways real quick on how to correctly delete that, and then I'll get back to you guys on that and let you know what to do for that situation there. But other than that, everything else is majority kind of moving pretty quickly. Just got to take that line out and then see what we end up doing next. Also, just so you guys don't think I forgot, these are the 2 hard lines that are coming from the power steering, and obviously on the other side is where these those rubber lines right there are gonna feed to. So that's pretty much the gist of all that. So yeah, that's the bottom of where you got to take this side off, and then there you go, power steering goes off to the pressure sensor. So I just got to figure out how to tee this off correctly, and then yeah, I'll let you guys know. And then the blurriness, and then the non-blurriness is because of the camera issue. So yeah, I've been lazy. I haven't gonna go fix that. Look, you see, and then it goes away, and it goes back, and it's gone, and it goes back, and it's gone, and then I'm gone. Alright guys, so quick update. So I got the pressure line out. There's a little 10 mil, which was why I couldn't figure out what was holding me up. There's a little 10 mil that's just tucked right on top of the subframe, and then you obviously take the line out of the fitting out of the power steering, you take the fitting out of the power steering rack. So with these ones as well, I'm seeing a lot of people take these out. They put 2 barb fittings with MPTs on here, and then they just feed these and then cap this off. We're most likely going to end up doing that. I just would have to go make a run for that real quick, but we're going to end up doing that another day. With that being said, I do need to remove the AC lines, but I'm not going to be doing that right now. I actually have a couple things that just came up right now, so I'm trying to figure some stuff out. So with that being said, I'm going to have to cut today short. So what I'm going to end up doing is stopping this one here for the day, and then we're going to either catch up sometime later this week or another day. So with that being said, we're going to do a little cheesiness. We're going to do that YouTube snap magic. So you ready? 1. Hey, and it's a new day. Your boy been on his grind. All right, so your boy and Nestor, I can't forget Nestor, came by during the weekend. It's like a whole couple days past. I got busy with detailing and working on another car and work, because I'm back at work. So your boy's moving and grooving. Nonetheless, we out here. We got 1 bolt in, getting it situated more or less. We're just trying to get it aligned right now. I got to take this axle out, but as you guys remember, it was kind of stuck. Well, I got to take it out just because it's being a pain in the ass and not letting me align everything correctly. I can also just go ahead and put them on here, do everything, but it's just, well, we're going to figure that out in a bit. Anyways, man, regardless, we kind of want that axle out because there's a good possibility he might just end up getting a new one just to have fresh everything. So nonetheless, manifold gaskets here. We had to take the valve cover off to take off the timing cover to change the post mount out. Process for this, you don't have to take the top one off. It's more, we did it more for looks. He wants to see the cam gears. But the process to taking the time casing off, the time cover casing off, you need to come down here, pop that bitch out. Is a 19. When you go ahead and you take that out, there is a little dowel or a little key pin, little square rectangle, if you will. Make sure you don't lose that. That's your key lock. That for sure is going to make sure your crank moves with everything, because if it doesn't, your crank pulley is going to spin free and there's nothing's gonna happen and you're gonna fuck everything up. So don't do that. So yeah, go ahead and make sure all that is safe and secure when you do that. Nonetheless, you're gonna pop this off. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5 little 10 mils. You see one here, one on the other side, there's one up above, and then there's 2 on the side up top, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere the one in the middle, oh my bad, the one in the middle somewhere right here, right? Then you got your 10 right here. Take that off, and then you got 3 14s. That's going to take off your post mount, which was the Honda CR-V. For those wondering why that one doesn't work, I don't know what the fuck I do with it. For those wondering why it doesn't work, one, obviously it's well, let's just put them next to each other. There's a big ass height difference, right? CR-V motors sit a little bit higher than the actual anything else, which would be like an LS instead of an Integra, which is what we're going with. 94 Acura Integra with the majority of the stuff. Being that the Integra and the EG do share a lot of similar actual specs with their chassis and everything, it's just obviously we run all that, and that's why we're eliminating the post mount for the 2-bolt, just because it is sitting a lot higher and it's in a different position than what we need this with this mount, right? So nonetheless, we got this one on. It did align with these ones, but again, we're having an issue with this one aligning only because the axle was smacking the subframe, so it wasn't allowing it to kink too much. We do have the bolt removed. As you guys can see, it's loose right there. That is the bolt for the T-bracket in the back for the mount, right? So we got that loose, so it is moving and grooving, it's moving around, but it's just getting it aligned. And then this bolt is fine. Now we had the issue, and I totally forgot, and I drove by Ace. We have the issue where these two might possibly be stripped towards the end. So what we're gonna end up doing, instead of running a 1.25, we're gonna run a 1.5 M12, and we're gonna see if the extra length helps us out. Now, I was also given a stud just like these ones, right? I was given a stud for this. We're gonna see if it actually screws in. If it screws in, we're gonna run the stud at least on one of these so it aligns everything perfectly, and then I don't gotta hassle with that. But to my knowledge, it just doesn't screw into anything. So we're gonna figure out what we can do right now. I'm probably gonna have to go back to Ace to go pick up the other bolts, just because I'm trying to get this just situated. Because once I can get this, then I can literally start connecting everything else, and then we're like almost there. Like I said, I have the manifold gasket, valve cover gasket as well, which is one of the things you would need to do if you end up taking off the top cover. Remember, you don't need to take off the top cover for the post mount. It's just the bottom. Top is more for looks if you like. So again, that's just that. But we're gonna run a new gasket on it anyways, just to make sure he's all good and good to go. So I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing right now. I know it's a lot of explaining. I'm gonna try to keep this just short, try to keep it just simple, just little here and there, and then we'll figure out what we can do right after. So your boy made a little trip. I'm gonna go get this to rethread the holes. I rethreaded them and I had no luck. Well, within the process of doing all that, I was getting very frustrated. Oh, I got a canopy too, because I couldn't deal with the sun. Excuse me. Within the process of all that, I was getting very frustrated with the axle not coming out, me not being able to shift this where I needed to shift it. Everything was smacking the subframe, or the T-bracket in the back was being a bitch. So everything's disconnected, everything. Shift linkage is off. The both axles are just off. I just finished taking the other side off. So everything's free. The motor should be free. I'm gonna set it, get it to where it needs to be set. I'm probably gonna just install this bolt because only this one works for right now, and then I'm gonna figure out what we're gonna end up doing with these two, and then we're gonna go ahead and seat those over there, get the back seat. At least that way I know once everything here is done, I can actually go ahead and remove this and know that there's not gonna be an issue because it's already in position. All right, so your boy finna go back to doing what he's doing. I know there hasn't been a lot of you know, we're doing this, we're doing that. I think that might suit my my vlogging a little bit better, just me kind of doing the work, explaining what the fuck I did, and then if you guys got questions, I'll answer y'all questions. So I'm gonna go back to doing what I do best, and that's fucking shit up. All right, you guys, so I wanted to make a little update video just so you guys are running into the situation that I'm running into right now. So what's going on, I ended up having everything aligned, as you guys can tell, right? Everything's aligned. This should be straight. Now there's two different styles of this mount. Unfortunately, we had one that has the kink. You want one that's directly up. That's going to be the auto to manual trans mount for the B series. Make sure you look up EG Coupe. I wasn't looking up EG Coupe, and I'm assuming my boy Nestor wasn't as well, and that's what ended up giving us this. I don't know exactly why. There's a kink to it. I would like to say, I don't know. I don't want to give you guys the wrong information, so I'll look that up and I'll leave it in the description so you guys can check that out. But as you guys can tell, there's already a pilot hole here, and I figured this hole actually lines up, but obviously there's no nut in the back, right, like this. So I'm actually having Nestor right now order the right mount. I found the right mount that's literally directly up. It should mount into this, and then we should not have an issue. But nonetheless, the motor is right where it needs to be. I ended up taking off the T-bracket, like I said. Everything's disconnected. It was just a lot easier for me to just align everything like that rather than hassle with the axles in and do all this extra shit. So nonetheless, I'm gonna have to end up stopping there. There's not really much else I could do. He pretty much took care of everything else that I could have done. There is a lot of plug and play stuff, but even the plug and play stuff is very limited at the time because a lot of it has already been done. So with that being said, I'm gonna cut it here. I'm gonna end the video here. Hopefully by this weekend or next weekend, I should have the correct mount. We can go ahead and put that, slap everything back on, then we can start literally connecting everything that we need. We'll slap in the radiator. We'll do everything. Everything that needs to be done is going to get done. This was pretty much the biggest setback that we're having right now. So again, I want to thank y'all for just enjoying the content. If you guys have been enjoying it, thank you for just, you know, pretty much putting up with a lot of my rambling. Again, if you guys have any other questions or like to comment on things that I've done wrong, things to make my life easier, or other information that is very greatly appreciated, just let me know, because I would also like to let everybody else know the information that was passed on to me. So you guys have a blessed one. You guys take it easy. You guys be ratchet out there. Stay safe, and I will catch y'all in a bit.